Hello friends, welcome back to the theories on management, and in this session we are going to discuss theory on management given by Ludwig. I repeat, the system theory which is given by Ludwig is the first theory of this session. This theory believes that the organization is like a human being which has to interact with the external environment, get the energy from external environment, has to respond to the changes in the environment. So organization is also like a living organism. The organization has to interact with its environment, get all the information from outside, work on those information, react to those information, and give the output based on the best possible mechanism. The system theory believes that an organization is a living organism and it has to operate within a broader environment. I will read some of the points here. The system theory of management believes that each business is an open system. Each business is an open system, much like a living organism. An open system interacts with its environment by way of input, throughput, and outputs. There are exchanges of energy, money, matter, people, information with external environment. Right? There's another small theory that theory is given by Douglas. That theory is named as X and Y theory. Just like students are of two types, there is one group of students, there is one type of student who needs an external motivation, who is disinterested by nature in the studies, and that person needs a push from outside. There is another set of students who are self-motivated. There are students who don't need an external push, a complete supervision. They are self-motivated. They themselves work on their goals. This theory believes that there are two types of workers. One is X workers and another is Y workers. Let me read out this theory. X and Y theory by Douglas McGregor. So the first theory which we discussed in this session is system theory by Ludwig. And now we have X and Y theory by Douglas. The X and Y theory of management assumes that there are two different types of workers. So you may be asked in your examination, which theory believes in a proposition that there are two types of workers? And the answer is X and Y Douglas theory. Reading further, theory X workers lack ambition and drive and need to be ordered around by bosses to do anything. So theory X workers are there. They do not have any motivation. We have to get behind them to do some work. They have to be continuously ordered and supervised. On the other extreme, we have theory Y. Theory Y workers, on the other hand, enjoy work and strive for self-fulfillment. So these are the workers who are self-motivated. They love doing their work. Even in the absence of any order, supervision, they still be self-motivated to fulfill the goals of the organization and their own goals. So this is the X and Y theory by Douglas. Moving further, there is one more theory which is propounded by George R. Terry. What does he have to say on management? The highlighted words I will read because they are more important. George R. Terry wrote a book, Principles of Management, in the year 1968. So there is a book written by this guy, Principles of Management, in 1968, close to around 60 years back. Terry believed that there existed 4 core functions of management. Terry, as per George R. Terry, there are 4 core functions of management. What are they? is listed down here. The first function is planning, which takes care of what is the need for doing it, why we should do it, what we should do it. The answer to that is the planning part. The function here is planning, and the question is what is the need? What is the need? And the function is planning, and the end result of the planning is you will get to know what are your objectives, goals, policies, procedures, and methods. That's the end result of planning. The second function stated by the scholar is organizing. This function is basically an answer to the question, where should action take place and who should do the work? Who should do what work? The question is, where should action take place and who should do what work? And the answer to that is by a function of organizing. So when you organize, you will get an answer to that. And when you organize, the end result is there will be work division, work assignment, and authority utilization. You will know who is required to do what work. The work will be delegated to the subordinates. The authorities would pass on to the subordinates, and there will be responsibility on them. The third function is actuating or directing. This function is an answer to the question, why and how should group members perform their task? Why and how the team members should work? To that, the answer is direction or actuating. And the end result to that is you will have leadership in your organization. You will have better communication, development, and incentives. These are the byproducts or end result of the function. You will have a leadership. You will have better communication channel in the organization. You will be able to develop and incentivize the work. All this is possible with the function of direction or actuating. And there's the last function, which is controlling. Controlling is a function which is performed to answer to the basic question, are the action being performed according to plan? Because once you have planning, we need to have the direction, but the direction should be in line with the plans. So is the direction, is the movement of the organization in line with the plans already framed? To check that, we have this function of controlling, and the end result of byproduct of this function is a lot of reports, comparisons, cost and budget. With that, I end this theory here and this session here. Thank you so much. This is CA Rahul Ranka.